Welcome back, everyone. This is Stratios, one of the most expensive ships in this game. Currently, if you wanna fly one of these, you have to pay around 9 billion ISK, which is almost the same price as for a Balgorn or any other faction battleship. So, the Stratios. Well, why is this ship so special? Well, I believe this has the potential to be one of the most lethal ships in this game. It has some very nice bonuses, it has decent resistances, and it has a quite decent DPS. Now, let me show you the ship's characteristics, and after that I'll show you my builds that I have for this ship. Let me scroll to the basic info. Now, the physical design of the Stratios is very unique. It follows the same principle as with the Astro and of course later on with the Nestor. Very unique and good looking ships, one of my personal favorite designs, and very interesting camouflage pattern. Now you also have the nanocore that also looks pretty damn good, and the nanocore makes this ship look like a pirate ship, not a exploration vehicle. Alright, on to the trait description. Can fit Cortops cloaking devices, minus 100% cloaking device lock delay, minus 50% cloaking device reactivation delay. So you can immediately lock on after you uncloak, and instead of waiting 30 seconds, you wait 15 seconds for the reactivation delay. Advanced Space Exploration Technology bonus will give you plus 5% cargo hold capacity, plus 5% scan resolution, minus 7.5% on both resonance and narrow resonance scanner. Good for both PvP scanning and, of course, good for exploration. And of course, Advanced Cruiser Command bonus per level will give you plus 25% drone DPS, plus 4% armor resistance, and plus 3 kilometers drone command range. Well, this ship does have both traits for a PvP and PvE ship so far. Has 4 drones, 3 high slots, 4 medium, 4 low slots, 3 combat and 3 engineering rigs, a decent cargo hold capacity. Overall, the defense for this ship is okay. It is primarily a armor tank. Not sure if you can go with a shield tank on the Stratios. We'll try that out probably. But I want to stay with armor because of the bonuses. Capacitor, it's quite decent, recharge rate is okay, and of course can lock 7 targets. Medium signature radius, scan resolution is kinda low. If you ask me, it could be higher, and the rest of the ship specs are also comparable to the other cruisers. It is also kinda slow compared to the other faction cruisers like the Cinnabal or Phantasm. Alright, well, let me show you my build. Now, this is what I've come up with in the short time that I had, so still work in progress. Currently have Republic Fleet medium missile launchers that will be changed into C-type or B-type modules, or even A-type modules sometime in the future. But they do a decent job, and I try to go easy on my power grid. Now, if you don't like missiles, you can use other turret weapons. You can use lasers. You can use projectile turrets. You can also use practically hybrid weapons. Anything you like, it should work. But on drone boats, I personally prefer to use missiles. Currently my C-type medium missile launchers are not in this station, or else I would use them. Virilicus large energy Nosferatu, dual points, the narrow scanner. For drones, they will be changed into faction drones. Republic Fleet Valkyries will be replaced, a replacement for the Mark 9. I also have some faction drones in the drone bay here that can serve as a replacement if any of my drones ever go down. And these are the modules in the low slot. Overall, things that you can see on my RB as well. A very similar build to my RB. Now onto the rigs. And here, all of the rigs that you see here are work in progress, and I can guarantee you that all of these rigs will be replaced on this ship. Now for the engineering rigs, I placed currently 3 power grid routers. wanna play around with some large modules on this ship just to see how they will work. As for the combat rigs, drone speed augmenters and one anti-explosive pump, which again all of them will be replaced. I am aiming for rig integrations for this ship on both engineering and combat rigs. For the combat rigs, most likely will be a combination between drone DPS and armor resistance and armor volume. As for the engineering rigs, will most likely be speed and power grid, and of course lock-on timer. Right, well, as for the nanocore, well, obviously I had to buy a nanocore for this ship, so I picked drone DPS. You can choose between armor or flight velocity, all of which are pretty good, but I picked drone DPS just because I want to see what this ship can do. Armor can be a good idea, and flight velocity is also a very smart idea, so any of these bonuses that you can choose and that you will choose will work without a problem just fine. Alright, well, now let me just show you the base resistances on the armor. As you can see, they're okay, but I want that to be at least 70% or even 80% if possible. So definitely going to change the combat rigs into rig integrations that will increase armor resistance. Now let me just quickly show you how that will look like in the future. They will be looking like the rigs that I have on the Ashmu, with the difference the Ashmu is a shield tank, so it will most likely look like this when I get the rigs and everything prepared. Most likely we'll go with tier 3 rigs instead of the combination of tier 2 and tier 3 that I have on my Ashimu. As for the engineering rigs, well, like I've mentioned before, if I don't keep the current rigs, then I will go with the combination for velocity, power grid, and of course lock on. Right, well, now if you want to use this ship for exploration, you can do that without a problem. After all, these are exploration vehicles, exploration ships, so let me just quickly show you how I will fly this ship with the E10 to go on a exploration roam. So as you can see, I have a lot of free power grid here, and you can actually place a C-type large armor repair on this ship without a problem. Now I'm sure that I don't have a C-type large armor repair, so let me just quickly take a look at my inventory. Yeah, that is inside of my Balgorn, I believe, so they're not in this station, but you have a lot of free power grid, and that's enough room for a C-type, for a large C-type armor repair. Now let me just take a look how much power grid they use. It should be somewhere a little bit above 1,000, so I just need to double check that. Okay, it's 1022 power grid, and you can place that inside of the Stratios without a problem. It's literally the same situation with the Astro. You can place a medium armor repair in the Astro, and it's actually cap stable. So yeah, there is enough power grid for a large C-type armor repair. That is actually pretty impressive. So if you want that, you can place a large armor repair. It should be ridiculously tanky with the fit that I have in mind and with the C-type large armor repair. You can even place a Nosferatu with that combination. Alright, well, let me just quickly go back to my old build. Now, if you don't like dual points, I really recommend that you place at least one web for frigates. You will see later what I mean. You will need a web against Dramaales, you will need a web against interceptors. That they are quite useful. If you don't want to use a Nosferatu, you can place a large neutralizer or a medium neutralizer, or a combination between a large and medium neutralizer, or you can actually place both large NOS and large note. So, a very flexible ship, and I love it. It is very impressive by the things that you can do with it. A lot more flexible than the Astra. I actually had some problems with the Astra. That ship is very difficult to fit for PvP. Okay, this is also one of the combinations that you can use for this ship. Should be very good against anything that is close and fast. You can even place a scrambler, but currently I'm kinda nervous to fly this ship with a scrambler because, let's face it, it is very expensive. Alright, let's take a quick look at how it will perform. Now here I noticed a funny little bug. Look at the nose of the ship. I'm not quite sure if that is visible to other players. Would be funny if the ship is invisible but that nose is, and they can actually guess your location according to that. Well then, let's quickly turn everything on. And now let's see, the DPS is 605.18. Should go up to 758 with the fit that I have imagined. With with the Federation drones and with the rig integrations, it should be around that. It's not bad. It's actually pretty decent for a ship of this class. Now these are the resistances. As you can see, they're okay, but I definitely want that to be at least 80%. So the combat rigs will be replaced as soon as possible, and you are going to see at least 80 to 83%, just like you can see on the Ashimu. The capacitor stable, of course, it's stable with this rather expensive large NOS. This ship has a very big thrust radius, so you have to be careful not to get scanned by other pirates or other PvP pilots. And of course, velocity 1.7 km per second. It's not that slow, although it really feels slower compared to the Dramaale. Even the Ashimu is actually faster than this ship, which is very odd. Alright, well, enough of me talking. Let's blow up some ships. Let's see how this monster will perform in PvP. Okay, so my idea for this ship was to be very sneaky around your targets, because you should use all the ship bonuses to your advantage.
Warp drive active.
So we have a prophecy. I'm warping at 100 kilometers. Going to scout first to see what will be the best warp in to the prophecy. Well, it's my lucky day. I landed pretty close, actually way too close for comfort. Okay, closest drone was 9 kilometers. I have to be careful around the wrecks. We'll maneuver around. Prophecy 31 kilometers away from me. Will not uncloak yet. Let me sneak up to the prophecy just a little bit more. 25 kilometers, that should be a decent range. They're most likely aligned. Alright, let's go. Quickly lock on, quickly point. Alright, they have been pointed. Now I'll proceed to orbit. Do not want to be anywhere close to any scrambler, so I'll orbit at 19-20 kilometers. Prophecy is now in armor, taking armor damage. Working my way through the armor of the Prophecy. Keep in mind, Prophecies are very dangerous ships. Even for faction cruisers, Prophecies can be dangerous. So I will be very careful what I am doing with this 10 billion-isk ship. Prophecy in 45% armor. They have been... yeah, they locked me on. I have been pointed. The Prophecy drones are starting to do damage on my shield. Combination of infiltrators and warriors, that means they will shred my shield. Prophecy now in hull, I am in armor. Was a little bit late on the armor repair, but it should still get the job done. Okay, Prophecy now in 50% hull, I am in 66% armor. The damage, zero damage amplifier on the Prophecy is obviously visible. They started to do some damage on my armor. Alright, nice. That was a lovely little kill. Let's grab the loot. Oh, nice. Yep, that prophecy was expensive. Alright, well, let me repair the armor. There is 2 more in local, I have to be careful. Do not want to get scanned and jumped, so let's warp towards that anomaly. I actually forgot about the pod. Yeah, you know, stuff is serious when I actually forget about the pod.
Warp drive
Usually
active.
I grab the pod immediately after I pop the ship, but this time I have to be careful. This is a ridiculously expensive ship that I do not want to lose, or else I'd be in trouble. Okay, armor almost fully repaired. Let's warp towards the small anomaly next. And now I can cloak and wait out the criminal timer. Alright, nice. Well,
Warp
seems like
drive active.
the tactic works. Next victim, we have a Vexer Navy, I believe. Yeah, it's a Vexer Navy. Not sure why I warped that
Drive
close.
active.
It is a tier 6, tier 7 storyline mission, so still dangerous. Hopefully I will land in a cleared spot without any wrecks or ships around. Ooh, this is close. Yep, this is way too close.
Autopilot engaged.
Let's see. Okay, they are over there. I can warp to the planet, or I can
Warp
warp
drive
to
active.
the asteroid belt. Okay, I have an idea. I clicked to warp on the gate because the wrecks were too close, everything was a little bit too close. Could not risk getting uncloaked and losing the target. Warping towards the wreck. Not towards the wreck, towards the asteroid belt. Thankfully, still holding cloak even after
Warp drive
warping to the
active.
gate. Okay, landing on the asteroid field, asteroid belt, almost the same thing. A little bit different though. Okay, opening the map. Let's go to the Vexer Navy. Let's pay them a visit. Alright, warping at 100, and let's see what will happen.
Warp drive active.
There should be a clearing that I've seen. I should land in that clearing. Should be 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers from the Vexer Navy. That's my goal at least. Oh, okay. Well, that's a weird 20-kilometer distance. I missed the... okay, yeah, I messed up with the asteroid belt. Okay, well, second
Warp
attempt
drive active.
will be... yeah, I'm getting a good warp in on this Vexer in the second or third attempt. Local kind of going up, so at this moment I think no one knows that I'm flying a Stratios, so I should be safe. After this video is uploaded though, it's a different story. Alright, let's see what will happen.
Warp drive active.
Oh, okay, have to be careful what I'm doing here. Landing on the Vexer. Yikes, that was close. Yeah, that's okay, exactly where I wanted to land. That was the clearing that I was talking about. Okay, let's see. There's a wreck that's kind of close. I do not wanna get close to that. So let me maneuver myself around the obstacles here. and I'll slowly approach the Vexer. 72 kilometers. That Vexer is far away. But not a problem. They don't see me coming yet. They have no idea that I'm here, so I have all the time that I need. Okay, after some time approaching, almost within the point range, I wanna get just a little bit closer. 26 kilometers would be okay, and after that I will uncloak. The Vexer was kind enough to clear all elite ships, so no one will be scrambling me. 24 kilometers, they are approaching. Time to attack. Time to engage. They have been pointed. They have nowhere to go. Okay, drones are doing their thing. We'll orbit at 19 kilometers. The closest pirate ship is 30 kilometers away from me. I am safe from them. Vexer taking armor damage. They are going down. Vexer now taking hull damage. They're trying to burn out. I will approach. Couple more hits and that Vexer will be down. Alright, nice. Let's scoop the wreck, get back the drones, and then warp away. Okay, let's... Oh, okay, the pod warped out, that's okay. The lock-on time on the Stratios is kinda low, so don't be surprised if all pods are warping away. Some nice Mark 9 drones that I'm definitely going to use, and let's warp away. That was a sweet little kill. You know, it's very evil the way you can approach your targets with these Sister of Eve ships. They literally don't see it coming. They literally don't see it coming, and that is what I need. A perfect ship for pirate activities or exploration, depends which one you prefer. Right, next target. We have a Thorax. Why are they waiting there alone? I smell a trap. And no corp as well. Interesting. Right, well, let me find a better warp in. I do not wanna fly 100 kilometers going 280 meters per second. That asteroid belt will serve as a perfect warp in. I plan to land at about, I'd say 30 to 40 kilometers. Should be enough for me to slowly approach them while cloaked, and then uncloak and unleash the drones and the missiles. Well, 35 is going to be more than enough. There should be no wrecks in the way.
Warp drive active.
Later on, I think I also did blow up some faction ships, so there is still plenty of stuff to be destroyed. Alright, I landed 33 kilometers, perfect. Okay, let's slowly approach. Let's tackle. They probably did not see this one coming. They have been pointed. Drones are out, missiles are out. A shield tank, okay. That shield will go down quickly. Local kinda slowly going up. You know, flying this ship, I'll admit, I'm getting a little bit jumpy when I see local going up when I do stuff like this. Because I feel like everyone wants to destroy a Stratios. Fun little fact, there are only 3 Stratios ships destroyed up until this moment. And one of these kills belongs to our corporation. These ships are very expensive, so that kill was 9.8 billion. I'll pop it right here on the screen. And I definitely do not want to end up as a kill mail in this ship. That would be not good news. Some C-type lasers, not bad. I'm definitely going to take them. Let's approach the asteroid. Let's align towards the asteroid belt. Drones back in drone bay and warp out to safety.
Warp drive active.
Alright, nice. Well, very sneaky and very evil. Next target, Oracle 2. Now, fun fact, you can fight this ship in a fleet, and they're extremely good ships for fleets. If you are part of a big fleet that, for example, is hunting faction battleships doing storyline missions, this ship or the Astro are perfect assets to tackle these things. Fit them with a scanner and 3 scramblers. You sneak up to the faction battleship, uncloak, and just scramble them, and you call in for backup. It should hold enough time until backup arrives. So plenty of use for these monsters. That was a nice Oracle 2 kill, by the way. And cloaking back to safety, just in case salt starts to pour in from the gates, which happens very often here. It happens way too often for my taste, but it's fun, and I am not complaining at all. Okay, well, let's wait for the next victim. That was a nice little... Oh, what is this? A interceptor. Well, they haven't seen anything, so that's good. Speaking of salt, well, yeah. I'm here cloaked, and these 2 battleships could have never guessed that they went past a 10 billion ISK cruiser. And they both went towards... let's see... oh, okay. Okay, yeah, they are going towards... yeah, alright. Well, I have to be careful. These systems became known as salt mines, so have to be more tactical than before, which overall is not a big problem, honestly. Right, next victim, warping towards this gate, cloaked of course. Harvey, alright, still cloaked, well, not anymore. Locking on, focusing fire, orbiting, pointed. Drones are doing their thing. Accidentally pressed twice on the drone icon, so I lost some damage on that ship because I accidentally clicked on the drone icon twice. Nice. Alright, let's get the pod. 9 seconds for a pod. Oh my god, I really have to improve the lock on time on this thing. Alright, the pod is down. Drones back to the drone base so that I can cloak. Just in case, you never know. The salt might come through the gates and that might be a problem. Alright, last drone in, cloaking. Excellent. Well, what a lovely, lovely little ship. And it literally did a flip there. Did you see that? That was weird. Okay, next target. Landing on the mission. On the mission beacon. We have a Brutix. Alright, interesting. They are already taking some heavy armor damage from Cynabel. Now my drones and missiles will add on top of that damage. The Cinnabel is still, I believe, the king of DPS on all faction cruisers. A very good ship with its DPS. Okay, the Brutix going down. We'll approach to get the wreck if possible. Would love to see what's inside of that Brutix because it survived for quite a long time. Nice, okay. Approaching the wreck. Let's loot the wreck. Oh, okay, I got some weapons, not bad. Can actually use them on my Vigilant that I'll start flying someday. Alright, cloaking and warping away, just in case
Warp
people
drive
smell
active.
a Stratios in a storyline, in an encounter mission.
Warp drive active.
Okay, on to the next victim. Now, I made a huge mistake that could have went horribly wrong here. I am going to attack a Dramaale. You know, Dramaales, they are pretty quick, pretty lethal, deadly ships. I have 2 points and a NOS. I don't have any neutralizers, I don't have any webs, so that little Dramaale can easily tank my drones because there's just no way for me to slow it down. So, here you're going to see me mess up big time, admittedly, and I'm not gonna forgive myself for making such a huge mistake, although I kinda realized that too late when I uncloaked, so the Dramaale is now in armor, and I made another mistake by doing a keep at range. Here I should have just aligned somewhere in space and I should have kept burning. And I'll do that eventually. But just take a look at how well this little Dramaale is speed tanking my drones. That's why I always have respect for faction frigates and faction frigate pilots. They can pull off some very crazy stunts and they can pull off some very crazy kills. So mad respect for frigate pilots. The Dramaale is now into hull. It uses these, I forget how these modules are called, the shield field booster, something like that, and it did boost its shield quite a bit. But thankfully I did decide to burn in one direction, and that did cause my drones to start hitting properly. And I got some angel debris and some nice loot. Going to take out the pod. Good fight to the Dramaale. I made a huge mistake here, so we'll not recreate that mistake because next time I might not be that lucky to survive. And the pod now. One more hit and the pod is down. Alright, nice. That was a sweet little Dramaale kill. And now warping away.
Warp drive
I need
active.
to ease off the kind of hard to explain, but yeah, very stressful sometimes to fly very expensive ships. Well then, that was a sweet little run with the Stratios, one of the most expensive cruisers in the game. I absolutely love this ship. It's amazing, and I hope for its price to come down soon so that more people can afford to buy this amazing ship. Well, with that being said, hope that you enjoyed. As always, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.